Good evening. This is Vinyasa Flow Level 1-2, and I am Maureen, going to be your tour guide this evening on your yoga journey. So tonight I thought we would focus on twists. Let's see if I can get... All right. Okay. All right, I think that's right. Unmuted. All right, excellent. So we're gonna work on twists tonight. I thought we would get some really good twists in. Happy Cinco de Mayo. So if you have 2 blocks and a blanket or a towel, if they help your practice, you might wanna have those handy. So like, I can't get the full screen. I don't know if you can try that for me. It's fine. If it's like this, it's helpful. It's just smaller. Anyway, getting a little help here. I tried to double click, but it's fine if it's like that. Anyway, all right. So that's better. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's come to our mats. We're gonna wring it all out tonight. We're gonna twist a lot. So let's start on our backs. I'm gonna have you lay down in a comfortable position. Settle yourself over your mat. And then if it feels comfortable this evening to begin just with your feet on the mat for just a little bit here, take your feet out wider than your hips. Maybe you can let the knees just kind of knock together just a little bit so that you're not holding your legs. But this is a nice way to start to get a little more length in the lower back. So we're going to begin like that. Arms at or near your sides, maybe palms facing up. And then just start by grounding yourself. Allow yourself to just really release your body into your mat, into your space. And then as you begin your breath, that will sustain you throughout the class, breathing in and out through the nose. And take a moment here in stillness. Perhaps if you would like to set an intention or a dedication. And then with your next inhale, simply sweep your arms up and overhead and reach all the way behind you. And then bend your elbows, make the arms a little softer. Maybe take the arms out a little bit wider with the elbows bent. And then let both of your knees fall to the right. Maybe even look towards the right. And then take them through center, let them fall the other side, gaze in the opposite direction. And then bring it back to center. Go ahead and draw your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock a little bit for a moment, side to side. And then let's take a simple twist. Open your arms back up. Let your knees fall over to the right. And then just take maybe about 3 breaths if you'd like to look towards the left. And then bring your knees back through center. Take the knees over the opposite side and turns away from where the knees are pointed. And then bring the knees back through center. Go ahead and hold on to your right knee. Extend your left leg straight out in front of you. Just lengthening all the way across the back of the leg as you bring that right knee, maybe snuggle it a little closer to your upper body. Flex your opposite left foot and send the heel forward. And then switch sides. Bring the left knee in. Hold it close as you slide that left heel, or right heel all the way forward. And then just settle into that stretch as you bring that knee closer and extend the opposite leg a little further. And then bring that knee back in, holding your knees. Begin to rock head to tail, so up and down now instead of side to side. Do that as many times as you'd like. Just feel that you're just kind of massaging the entire length of your spine as you rock it head to tail. And then when you're ready, come all the way upright to sit from there. And then just sit cross-legged. So if you want to prop yourself up, blanket or towel or something under your seat, set that up for yourself so that you can sit with a long spine. And then as you sit cross-legged, stretch your arms out wide. And then take a moment to sit a little taller here and reach through each fingertip and stretch across the chest. And then turn the palms up. As you inhale, raise the arms slowly overhead. Soften the shoulders though, so they don't start to crunch up. Take another inhale, and then begin to twist to the right. Turning, turning, turning. Once you've turned as far as you can go, release the arms down. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand crosses to the opposite knee. And then with your inhale, slowly turn to face forward and float the arms all the way back overhead. Sit up tall. Take it to the other side. Exhale and twist to the left. And then as you release the arms down, make sure you're still seated tall. You're not leaning over that side. And then you can place the hand behind you on something, a block or anything, especially if you're elevated in your seat. And then a couple more breaths as you continue to ease your upper body over to that side. With your inhale, rotate to face forward, arms reach all the way up, shoulders down the back. Maybe begin to back. And then with your exhale, take your hands together all the way down to your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. And then lifting your head, switch the crossing of your legs. Let's stay seated for just a moment longer. Swap the leg in front. Now let's move with the breath. Reach the arms out. Arms up as you inhale, elevate. As you exhale, twist to the right, arms all the way up. On your inhale, come back through center, reach up. Exhale, over the left, arms go down. Inhale through center, reach. Exhale, turn a little deeper to the right. Then inhale up through center, exhale back over to the left. Inhale, center, reach. Exhale, back to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time each side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhaling left. And then inhale, come back through center. Reach up, look up, lay the head back. And then exhale, draw the hands down in front of your chest. And then let's come forward from our seat to hands and knees. Make your way into a tabletop, kneeling on your mat. Maybe on a blanket or a towel if your knees like a little extra cushioning. And then once you're on all fours, just start to move through cat and cow at your pace. Heart forward on the inhale, rounding through the whole back body as you exhale. And then when you're ready to settle back into a neutral spine, coming back onto hands and knees, walk your hands forward about a handprint. And then tuck the toes, lift the knees up, come into your down dog. And then so first down dog, I always like to move around a bit. You may prefer to stay still, or you might want to pedal the feet or let the hips shift. Maybe even turn the head slowly side to side. Whatever helps you to work out your first down dog. And then eventually settle into the pose. Maybe keep the knees a little bent today. Just work to move the heels back and down, whether they're kind of floating higher or they're all the way at the mat. Make sure you look back. Your feet are hips distance, and your heels are just kind of disappearing behind your ankles. Now on an inhale, look between your hands and begin to shift forward into a plank pose. So you may find that the feet are a little too close, you need to wiggle them back. So the shoulders match up right over the wrists. Look at the wrist creases and make sure they're even with the front edge of your mat. So only if your shoulders are very tight, maybe turn the hands out a little bit, but ideally the middle finger points straight ahead. Maybe you're taking the knees down because you're modifying plank, that's fine. Take a couple more breaths in the pose. See if you can engage every muscle in the body. Continue to breathe. Now using all of your core strength, lift the hips high in the air, press the thighs back, and turn to downward facing dog. Take another inhale and down dog. And then take the knees down when you're ready. Come into a brief child's pose. So the knees can come wider than the hips. The toes can touch behind you. You can sit on something if you prefer to have a more comfortable child's pose that way. So this may be one of many child's poses you choose to take during the class. If you're skipping certain poses, modifying, make this practice. Obviously, it goes without saying you're at home. Make it your practice. Work with your pace. When you're ready to come back up from your child's pose, you're going to draw the knees back under the hips. And then maybe step the hands forward if you're a little close. Tuck the toes and lift the knees. Return to downward facing dog. And then go ahead and begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Come to a forward fold in the back of your mat. Then hang forward here. Maybe clasp your elbows. Knees can be soft once again. Legs do not have to be straight all the way. Maybe sway a little bit left. I'm going to turn to face you. Stay folded forward if you need to see what I'm doing, looking up. You're going to bend your left knee, reach your left hand to the outside of your right leg. It can be the calf muscle, or if you're a little more flexible, it's going to be down near the ankle. And then you're going to twist to the right and float your arm all the way up. This knee, this left knee, is as bent as you need it. Some of you may need to bend your right knee even more as well to get a little further into that forward fold twist. On your exhale, come all the way back down through center. Start bending your right knee as you reach that hand all the way across to the opposite leg. And then as you turn toward the left arm reaches up high. And then as you exhale, turning all the way back down, folded forward once again. Take an inhale, place your hands onto your shins, stretch halfway up. Maybe shift the weight a little further forward into the balls of the feet. Once again, unlock the knees. Exhale, fold down over the legs again. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Lengthen forward. Exhale on the fold. Inhale once again, stretch the heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, return back to a fold. Once more, inhale, heart forward. Then soften the knees. Bring the hands to the ground. Walk them forward to plank pose. Once you've made your way into plank pose, look forward. Shift your shoulders past your wrists. Keep leaning. Exhale, shut up on the knees. Come down, elbows are going to bend straight back and pull as you descend onto your mat. Stretch the legs behind you, then grip all 10 toenails to your mat. Push into the hands, drag them back energetically as the heart pulls forward, come into low cobra. Exhale, back down. Take cobra again, release the tailbone back, pull forward, maybe a little higher. Exhale, down again. Inhale, take another cobra, maybe a little higher. Maybe you stay there, maybe you straighten the arms to up dog. Once again, if you're not ready, keep the elbows bent. Take another breath as you lift the top of the head up, and then exhale, down dog. Knees down perhaps, or knees stay up and you flip the feet. However you prefer to get there. Push the hips back, press the thigh muscles all the way back to down. All right, from here, look between your hands. Either walk your feet forward to your hands, or maybe step, or hop forward. And then once you get to the front of your mat, rise halfway up, long spine. Exhale, fold it all into Uttanasana. On your inhale, stretch your arms out like wings and press to stand. Float the palms up to reach for the ceiling. Exhale, drag the hands back down to the heart. Okay, let's start to flow a bit here as you stand nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Inhale, float the arms all the way out and up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips as you take that forward fold. Heart forward on the inhale, rise halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Bending the knees, plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. At least this first time you're just definitely stepping. Now pause in your plank, grip the mat, draw that chest forward, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, elbows bend, chaturanga. Maybe you go all the way, maybe you pause halfway, then flip the feet right up top. Maybe you stick with a low cobra. On your exhale, press back, downward facing. As you keep the legs very engaged in your downward facing dog, press into the base of all 10 fingers at the same time. When you're ready, lift your heels, bend your hips. Look where you want to go. Maybe you're walking, maybe you're hopping, maybe you're going to step and then another step. Heart forward, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, back over the legs. Arms out, inhale, ride the breath to stand, reach up. Stay tall as you exhale and bring the hands to the heart. All right, let's do 2 more Surya 8s. Moving with your breath, inhale, circle the arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you fold forward over the legs. Heart forward on the inhale, long spine. Exhale, step into plank. If you are jumping, elbows bend right away as you shoot back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, return to downward facing. Take at least 2, maybe 3 breaths in down dog. Feel how long your spine is. Keep it long. Keep the upper body engaged. Keep the legs engaged. When you're ready to come forward, maybe you step it, maybe you walk it, maybe hop. Inhale halfway. Folding on the exhale. Arms out. Come to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Once again, Surya Namaskar 8. With your breath pace, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha halfway. Moving through the vinyasa. Make your way to plank, shifting chaturanga as you lower. Lift the chest forward and up on the inhale. And then return Adho Mukha Svanasana on the exhale. Right, then go ahead and take your knees down. Maybe walk your hands back a little bit. Come to an even tabletop for a moment here. And then I'm going to have you step your right foot back. Come onto the ball of the foot. Sweep it way over to the left. So it's maybe kind of outside of the edge of your mat. And then maybe lift your bottom shin and move it over to that direction as well. And then stay with your left hand, reach your right arm forward. And then take a moment here, push that palm over in that same direction. And then let the whole right side of your body move over to the right as you sweep the arm and back leg to the left. If you're already feeling a really nice stretch here, maybe you stay there. If you want to go further, spin onto the back foot, turn your chest open to the right, and then maybe turn it towards the ceiling as you reach that top arm overhead and maybe a little further back. On your exhale, go ahead and turn all the way back down. Release the right hand down. Lower that right knee. And so we'll take that on the other side. I'll turn around so my back is not toward you. So stepping the left foot back. Sweep it way over. So really bring it far over to that side. And then pick up that bottom right shin. Move that over just enough that it's a little angle. And then extend left arm forward. Stay on the right palm. Reach really far forward. And then feel like you're pushing something over to that side as you bring this left side further out. And then once again, you can stay there or let that back foot seal and then open, maybe reach up. You can reach that arm straight up. You can go overhead, almost like you're turning your chest toward the ceiling. So you're finding a bit of a back bend here. And then as you exhale, slowly bring it back down, hand down, chin back to the mat. Once you're there, do a brief little bit of cat-cow. Gonna bring things back to center. And then as you settle into neutral, walk your hands forward a bit, curl your toes, lift your knees up, press back to down dog. Now from down dog, look forward. Make your feet come to your hands, whether you walk it, step, or hop it up. Once you're to the top of the mat, inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold and forward again. Arms go out, inhale, come all the way to stand. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart. Okay, you're remaining standing at the top of the mat. On your inhale, float your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. This time as you exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. You're gonna step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat, finding a high lunge. If you can go far back enough, wiggle it further. Then take the knee down. You're gonna come into Anjaneyasana, untuck the toes, step the right foot into the mat as you inhale, raise your arms to the ceiling. So find a nice lift through the upper body. Try to not let the pelvis drop forward and roll towards the front of the mat. And then take one more inhale here, lift a little higher. Keep your right knee pointing straight ahead. As you exhale, you're going to take a little twist. You're not going to get very far with that back shin on the ground, but just seeing how far you can take that twist without letting the knee waver. The knee stays pointing straight over the toes. The upper body's attempting to twist towards that right. And then with your inhale, come all the way back forward. Take another breath here. Maybe reach a little higher. Maybe start to coil back a bit, but just make sure it's not going into the lower back. You want to lift the back ribs up first, and then maybe feel like you have a little target to go back over. On your exhale, lean all the way forward over that leg, plant the hands, curl the toes, lift the knee up. Maybe you're just going to step straight to down dog, or if you're continuing to flow, step the foot back to meet plank. Look forward, shift. Chaturanga on the exhale, and then come into your back bend as you inhale, and then make your way back to down. So vinyasas, they may get a little too exhausting for some. Feel free to skip a few here and there. Modify, take breaks, take a child's pose. Look in between the hands when you're ready. Make your way once again top of the mat. On your inhale, halfway up. Folding once again, exhale. Arms out, inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, second side, inhale. Float your arms all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, now step the right foot back. Make your way to a long lunge, so really you want distance between the feet. You want your left knee above the ankle, and then take the back knee down. So if the knee is way here, lengthen a little bit on the foot thrust when you're ready. Rise up into your knee lunge. And pull the sternum up. Lift the front of the hip points up, and then see if you can just let your tailbone bring that your mind's eye to the back body and lengthen it down towards your back knee. Take another inhale. Keep the left knee lunging forward. Keep the upper body lifting. On the exhale, begin to twist. So the twist happens, all twists happen from the bottom to the top. So you don't want your hips to really be twisting. So that stays stationary. The upper body is turning to the left. Arms are stretching up high, but using that tension. And then begin to unwind just as the upper body faces forward. And then looking to the head, inhale, lift up higher. And maybe as you exhale, go back a bit. Look to pull the chest up even more. And then you're taking that little back and just a little more effort today. On your exhale, lean it forward, release the hands down. And then curl the back toes, lift the knees, step back to down dog, or slide that foot to meet the right in plank as you shift forward, smooth through the outside. And then when you are ready, gazing forward, rolling the hips up, leaving them high as you walk it slightly forward. And once you're at the front, inhale, halfway. Fold forward as you exhale. Arms go up. Inhale, lead yourself to stand. And then draw the hands back to the heart of the exhale. Alright, standing tall once again, inhale, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, folding forward over the leg. Inhale, stretch the heart forward halfway. On the exhale, bend the knees, slant the hands, step the left foot back again. High lunge, really work that foot further back. Now this time, you can be on hand, palms or fingertips. Maybe you're on your blocks from your lunge here. Maybe walk your front foot to center a bit more. So you're going to line it up so that when you spin your back foot down 45 degrees, your front heel is in line with the arch of the foot. Keep the right knee bending forward. Extend your left arm straight ahead. Really try to reach through the fingers of that hand as you dig the back heel up. Then push into the right foot. Inhale, lift up off of that thigh. Open your chest to the right. So you're in warrior two. You're going to turn around once again, so I'll come back to you. So from your warrior two, make sure your stance is long enough that the knee, once again, doesn't move past the ankle. It's right on top of it. And the arms are outstretched, the torso is completely square to the side, but your head is turning to look forward over the right hand. And from here, you're going to take a reverse warrior. Flip the right palm up. Inhale. Raise the arm high, maybe brush the back hand down the right. It doesn't have to go super far. It feels like it's kind of collapsing the back waist. You want to keep a little space there, enough to breathe, and keep the right knee bending forward. And then with your inhale, come up through warrior two. With your exhale, press into your front foot, straighten the leg without locking your knee completely. Reach out from the right hand. Reach as far forward as you can before you take the hand down. So maybe it finds your shin, left arm straight up. Maybe you support that hand with a block. Any height, maybe 2 blocks to the outside. And then move the chest towards the right, even more. Raise the left hand even higher. Try to touch the ceiling. And then work the feet. Notice where the weight is in the feet. Try to seal more to the outer edge of your back foot while staying firm on the base of the big toe of the front one. Maybe look up at the top hand. From triangle pose, press into the feet, inhale, rise back upright, look forward, bend your front knee. Keep the knee bent, now reach forward again. Side angle, so one option is forward to thigh, left arm up. Another option is taking the hand to the inside now. Once again, use that block. If this is too low to ground, it's turn into your mat. Stay a little higher. And then maybe get the top arm overhead. Flip the palm back. So swing the tricep inward, and then extend the arm over the heel. So then unbroken long line from the back heel through the top hand. Maybe open your chest a little bit more. Try to look underneath the top. Keep the right knee bent. Stay on the back heel. Raise the arm up to the ceiling. Anchor the feet as you inhale. Come all the way up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg again. Take your left hand to your waist. Lengthen it down. Flip the right palm up. Inhale, reverse triangle. So maybe even a bigger side stretch here. Feel free to keep this hand on the hip. I like that variation for this pose so it doesn't force me to shorten the back waist. And then with your inhale, come all the way upright, arms outstretched. Look forward, bend your right knee again. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, turn to face the ground, bring your hands down, pause in your high lunge. So you're gonna lift your back heel, spin off of it. You're gonna turn around once again. You're staying in this high lunge, you're gonna keep your left hand planted. And then you're going to stretch your right arm forward. And as you inhale, reach even further out. As you exhale, twist to the right, raise the arm up. If this twist is too much with the back knee lifted, take it down and try it from there. See if that's a better version, or maybe bottom hand on the block. That allows you to get more open across the chest and deepen the twist. Hug the hips together. Feel the squeeze, turn them in. Turn 1 inch further by that action. On your exhale, slowly rotate to face your mat. Bring your hands down. Once you plant the hands, decide if you want to move through vinyasa or if you just want to head straight out to down dog. When you're ready, gaze forward between your hands. When you have your exhale, move it to the top of the mat. Walk it center foot. Inhale, hard down. Holding it in on the exhale. Arms out, inhale, come to stand. Take the hands back and up. Okay, moving into that second side. Inhale, arms circle wide, reach up. Exhale, ride the breath back to a forward fold. Halfway inhale, heart forward. Exhale, bend the knees, hands on the mat. Excuse me, now step opposite foot back. Oops, I did the wrong one. Right foot back. All right, so we're in the high lunge. And then once again, you want to set up for your warrior two. So this front foot is going to travel into the center of the floor. So wiggle it to the right. So maybe you're elevating the hands as blocks to make this accessible. Once you have that foot centered, spin the back foot behind it at 45 so that the arch is right in line with the front heel. And then let's pause here. Bend your front knee further. And then extend your right arm forward. Really press the back heel. Hug the left hip in and back as you keep letting you move forward. Then stamp the front foot. Inhale, lift the bottom of the side. Open your chest to the left so you're in Virabhadrasana. And then take a moment to step up if your stance is not long enough. Take it a little longer. Keep that knee tracking forward over the toes. Keep the upper body nice and lifted, the chest open, shoulders relaxed. And then looking forward, keep that left knee bending deeply forward. Take another breath here in your warrior two. And then from here, reverse it, front plank. Inhale, right hand lines down the leg, maybe comes to the hip. Or if you put it behind the back on the first side, any variation on that reverse. Inhale, back upright. Straighten the front leg. And then let the hips hug in, let the inner thighs Squeeze as the knee caps lift. Then you're going to reach out past your feet. Reach all the way as far as you can go. Take it down. So lots of use outside the foot. Maybe the hand is working on the shin. So if the hand is on the leg, make sure you're not pushing the shin. You don't want to lock the knee. So guide the shin forward into the hand instead. If the hand is on the block, press away or on the ground. Take another couple of breaths in triangle pose. Notice if you're kind of tilted toward the ground, try to lengthen the under left side of the waist forward and reach the top of the head straight forward. And then pressing into those feet on your inhale, come all the way upright. Looking forward, let your front knee bend again. Inhale. On your exhale, reach out again. So taking your Parsvakonasana variation, hand inside or forearm to thigh. Right arm straight up for now, and then pay attention to your back leg. Get it really strong and straight. Work the back heel, press the outer edge of the foot. When you're ready to take that top arm overhead, spin the tricep inward and then extend it long without shortening that top side of the neck. And keep that left hip hugging into center. Firm it in. And stretch your right hand up. Press into the feet. Inhale, come up briefly through warrior two. Straightening the front leg again. Right hand to the hip. Release that side of the waist down as you turn the front palm up. And reverse the triangle. And then as you inhale, come back and forth. Stretch the arms out, look forward. Exhale, bending to warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, make your way into a high lunge. Hands come down. Maybe a block comes under that right hand. So lifting the back heel. Maybe the back knee comes down if you're taking the twist from there. Sweep your left arm forward first and really reach out. And then as you exhale, take that twist. Twisting to the left. Push the ground away with the bottom right hand, whether it's on your mat or a block. And then draw the shoulders back. Reach the top of the head forward. Give your inner thighs a squeeze and turn a little further. On your exhale, make your way back down to a high lunge. And then you decide if you want that vinyasa or if you want to simply step your way to down dog, maybe even take a child's pose with legs. Then when you're ready, gazing forward, elevate the heels, knees bend, hips stay high as you make your way forward on the exhale. Then inhale halfway up. Folding back down on the exhale, stay folded. Wiggle your feet all the way together. Make sure the sides of the big toes touch. Then begin to bend your knees. Transfer the weight into the heels. Scoop the belly off the thighs, and then stretch the arms forward and up so that you don't end up overarching the lower back. So pull the navel back to the spine. Roll your seat down to the mat. Sit a little lower as the arms come a little higher in Katasana chair. Then anchor the heels, press to stand, inhale, reach nice and high, stay tall as you exhale, and bring the hands to the heart. Right, staying tall, feet staying together, bending your knees, inhale, come back through chair pose, Katasana. On the exhale, folding forward again. On the inhale, rise, heart forward halfway. Bend the knees, once again, hands down. Step the left foot back once again into a high lunge. Okay, once that foot steps back, take the knee down for a moment, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. On your exhale, lean forward, take the hands down. Curl the back toes. Lift the knee up. Maybe you hop the back foot in like an inch or so. Maybe you even wiggle your right foot to the right a tiny amount so that you can come into crescent. So when you're ready, inhale, you can take your hands to your thighs, pressing all the way up to crescent. When you're ready to take the arms up, great. If you're not ready, keep them at your hips. If it's too much for this pose, take the back knee down. You can always modify. You can stay with Anjaneyasana. So if the arms are stretched all the way up, pull the sternum up. So this should feel very similar to Anjaneyasana, but instead of that knee on the mat, it's elevated. You're a little higher. Take another breath in crescent. And then on your exhale, lean forward. Take the hands down. Once again, plant your left hand. Float your right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, take a twist. So maybe keep the knee up. Maybe take the knee down. Maybe bottom hand on a block. One more inhale, twist. And then exhale, turn all the way back. Hand comes down. Step back to plank. Follow through with that vinyasa if you choose, or simply pull the hips back to down dog when you're ready. All right. From here, take an inhale. Extend your right leg straight back. Maybe lift your left heel higher and raise the right leg even further to the ceiling. Then you're going to shift forward. Start pulling the knee to the chest. Bend it around like you would do cat's breath. And then step your foot up. If you didn't get there, take the back knee down. Give it a wiggle. Boost it. Take hands to blocks. Maneuver that foot so it's between the hands. Once it's there, back knee lifts. You're going to inhale right up to crescent once again. Beautiful. Then take your hands to your heart. Lean forward a bit. You can always hop the back foot in if you need to, or simply step one step all the way to the top of the mat. Oh, that's fun, right? All right, once you're back to the front of the mat, bring your feet all the way back together. Once your feet are centered, inhale, come to Uttanasana chair pose. On your exhale, fold it all the way back down over the legs. Inhale, halfway up, heart forward. On your exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step your right foot back this time, finding your high lunge. Take the knee down when you're ready. Uncurl the toes, inhale through Anjaneyasana. Then really work to lift to the upper body, and the pelvis rises a bit higher. On your exhale, lean forward, hands return, curl the back toes, lift the knee. And you can take your crescent shorter. That may be a little easier on the balance. You can widen the feet a bit more so the front foot tracks over to the left a bit. When you are ready, maybe build it. Maybe walk the hands up first. Soften the back knee as much as you need to. This back leg does not have to be straight. And then rise through all four sides of the waist. So the knee stays bent deeply though. Maybe the arms go up. Maybe you're keeping them lower. If the arms go up, make sure the shoulders go up as well. On your exhale, leaning forward. So you're going to come into that twist. Right hand comes straight to the mat or a block. Back knee can stay lifted or you can lower it. Exhale, turn to the left. Unwind as you exhale, plant that hand. Move through a vinyasa or step back to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, inhale, send that left leg all the way up. And then once again, in order to get the foot to step all the way up, raise the right heel. Try to really get that left heel up to the ceiling. And then as you start to bend the knee, shift forward, pull that knee up to the chest as close as you can, and then step it all the way through. So a million ways to get it there, whatever works for you. So once you have your high lunge, you can set up, adjust as you need to, come right up to crescent again. Ooh, everyone's favorite crescent pose. Upper body rises, breath is still flowing, knee deeply bent. And then keep the hands down to the heart. And then pitch forward a bit, maybe straighten the back leg, engage that thigh. And then look forward, soften the knee for a moment, step it up. Great. Keep the hands at the heart. Take a couple of breaths here as you stand tall once again in front of your yoga mat. Okay. Staying at the top of your mat, bring your feet back together. So you're going to take your Utkatasana feet, little space between the heels, but sides of the big toes are touching. Okay, then as you inhale, you're going to return to chair pose. Keep the hips low as you exhale. Draw the hands down to the heart again. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Keep the hips low and stretch through the upper body. As you exhale, twist to the right. Ooh. Now lean forward enough that your elbow can make contact with your knees. Maybe in between the knees, maybe hook it to the outside. If that's not accessible, if you can't get that hook, you can either keep it between the knees, or if that's still too much, if this is too much twist, you're going to place your left hand onto your thigh and turn your chest to the right, maybe even reach the right arm up. So you can take this a little higher if the elbow hooking is not going to work. If you are there, take another breath, turn further. As you exhale, fold forward, pause here. All right, keeping those feet together, taking the other side. Bend the knees, come straight up through chair pose, straight up through center. And then draw the hands to the heart. Inhale, work to lengthen upwards, so make space before you twist. On your exhale, as you twist to the left, make sure that right knee doesn't poke forward. You want to keep it in line, so upper body is doing the turning. So once you have that twist, let the elbow either come between or hook to the outside, or just hand to thigh and turn if you want to take it a little gentler today. Really, if you're pressing those palms, squeeze them, turn the chest open even more. And then with your exhale, come all the way back down, forward fold. Once you're folded forward, wiggle your feet out a little bit wider. All right, once your feet are hips distance, you're going to stay folded forward. You can just hang here if you like. Any other forward fold, if you'd like to stand on your hands, grip the big toes, grab the backs of the calves, shoulder stretch if you'd like, clasping hands, arms overhead. Just taking any forward fold that allows you to just re-lengthen your spine. And then however you're folded forward, release the arms, let them hang. Take an inhale, come halfway up, heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Bending your knees on the exhale. Downward facing dog if you like, or move through a vinyasa to get there, up to you. Once you're in down dog, inhale. Right leg goes all the way back. Lift the left heel. Kick that right one to the ceiling, then bring the knee in, pull it forward, step it through, high lunge. Okay, give yourself time to get it there. You're going to keep your back knee up. We're going to come right up to crescent. So shorten the stance, open it. Take your hands maybe to your thigh, or just raise your arms straight up. From here, take your hands to your hips for a moment. Keep the front knee bending. So like I said, if crescent's too much, back knee can come down. And then stretch your left arm forward. Raise it up to the ceiling. Get a lot of weight. Lift your upper body. Slowly turn to your right without the knee weight. Then keep hugging this hip. Pull it back a bit. If you're going bigger, optional. Reach up higher through the left hand. Maybe like you would do for reverse warrior, take that right hand, crawl it down the back thigh. So you're taking a bit of a back bend with your twist. Keep the right knee bending. If that's too much, keep the hand on the hip. If the twist is too much, stay forward. Take another inhale. As you exhale, unwind, face forward. Inhale your right arm straight up to the ceiling. One more time, crescent. Exhale, let it go. All right. So you know the drill. Down dog or vinyasa. You still have that other side to get to. When you're ready to send that left leg all the way high, inhale it to the ceiling. Then stepping it through, bring the knee to the chest. Set your feet up for your best crescent lunge. So you have balance and feel stable. When you are ready, go into the pose. So maybe the hands stay on the hips for now. Maybe you raise the arms straight up because you want to look at the upper body. So back knee soft, front knee stays soft. And then left hand together. Roll your arms straight out in front of you. And then pull the chest up. As you raise that arm to the ceiling, start to feel like you're lifting the upper body, maybe even coiling back a bit here. So let that rib stay lifted. And as you exhale, twisting slowly to the left. You probably are going to get very, very far. The balance is too much. Take the back knee down. And maybe following that hand, tell the back leg, keeping the left leg bending forward. Maybe taking a little side twist to your back leg. Exhale, slowly unwind, face forward, inhale, left arm comes up as well. And then let it go, exhale, hands down. Make your way to the back of your mat in a down dog, whether it's a vinyasa or just settling that foot back. Take a few breaths here in your down dog. Maybe you're taking a child's pose, that's fine as well. All right, I have one more fun little twist for us. You thought the twists were done. Oh, they're not. One more time, we're gonna get into that deep, juicy twist. So from your downward facing dog, inhale, right leg goes back again. Send it high. On the exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Step it forward, high lunge. So I'm gonna turn around so that my back is not toward you. Take the back knee down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, Anjayasana. Actually, I'm going to stay forward for this. Other side, turn around. All right, Anjayasana. And then do this for me. Exhale, just like we did very early on in the class. Subtle twist to the right. Keep the knee bending forward. Now do this. Draw the hands to the heart. Keep turning your upper body. Try to keep the thumbs in the middle so that you're not cheating the hands over here. Lift the chest up. Exhale, turn further. Start to lean forward now. It's too difficult to cross now. Kneel over. Then forward here. Over that. If you're able to get the hook, great. Press the palms. Squeeze them. Try to turn your chest open so that maybe you can almost get your thumbs back in the middle of the sternum. Then maybe stay here. If you want even more, go to the back toe. Push, step into that front heel. Lift the back knee, slowly straighten the leg. Awesome. Keep breathing. If you really want to get crazy here, you can take bottom hand down, top arm up. For a lot of us, that's going to be a little too much. Keep the hands together. Take another breath here. And then very slowly come out of it. Exhale, look down. Release the hands, high lunge. Make your way once again, down dog. One more side to go. Only one more side. All right. Let's do this. Inhale, left leg sweeps up and down. Right in, round, pull it through, step it up, high lunge. All right. Back knee comes gently down. So we're building this. You can stop at any time. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, find onto your feet. Here's where I need to turn around so my back is not toward you. And once you have your kneeling lunge, keep the knee bending forward. Lift higher to the upper body. Exhale. Begin that twist to the left. So you're seeing how far you can turn to the side without making the hips turn. So you don't want all this wiggling to happen, the knee wavering. You want to firm this left hip in. Draw it back. Take the hands to the heart. Inhale, more, lift the upper body, stretch up higher. Exhale, see if you can turn just a touch more. Then begin to shift forward. So option one, forward thigh. And this hand just pulls back and you turn from here. Maybe you're doing that today. Maybe you're hooking, squeezing the hands, turning the chest open. Maybe you're staying there with the knee down. That is fine as well. You decide how many steps you want to take. Maybe the back knee lifts. Slowly straighten the leg. Try to keep the left knee right over the ankle. Left toes point forward. Left hip hugs back. Maybe you're staying with the hands together. If you took the split arms, you can always take the bottom hand to a block, but you're taking it outside of the foot this time. It's a little harder. It's a little deeper of a twist. Take another inhale. Wherever you are, exhale, face your mat, release your hands down. Then do this for me. Step back to plank. From plank, last time shift forward. Now listen carefully, exhale, chaturanga all the way to your belly. Come all the way down. Yay, we're lying down. Woo! Stretch your legs back. Reach your arms back by your sides, turn your head to one side, and just rest for a moment. And then lift your head, bring it to center. Without straining the neck, just look past the edge of your mat. Reach your arms back behind you, turn the palms up. Lift the hands maybe about the same height as your hips so the hands are on the ground. Inhale, stretch the chest forward, shoulders back. Maybe push the hands up a little higher, maybe elevate the feet. So little Shalabhasana, locust variation. Make sure the toes aren't turning out. So keep the legs even, so the inner thighs may need to roll up a little higher. Maybe stretch the arms a little further back and the chest further forward. On your exhale, lower everything down, turn your head to the other side. Take a couple of breaths. As you bring it back to center, maybe take that same Shalabhasana, or this time, clasp your hands, interlace the fingers, or grab a belt, towel, strap, or your own shirt so that you can get the arms to straighten. Brush the tailbone toward the heels as you inhale, pulling the heart forward out ahead of you as you reach the knuckles back. Maybe lift the hands, and then keep the legs super straight. Stretch the toes all the way back, pull the heart forward. One more inhale. Unclasp, exhale. Lower back down to that first cheek. All right, one more chance for a back bend. If you're taking a third one with me, you can choose either variation of Shalabhasana that we did, hands clasping other way perhaps, or if you're feeling like, hey, I did a lot of twists, I can get into a bigger back bend today. Bend your knees. Draw your heels toward you. Reach your arms back. Clasp the tops of the feet. If this is too much, Shalabhasana again or nothing. Maybe if you can reach the ankles instead of tops of the feet, go there. Make sure the knees haven't splayed out. Keep them in line with the hips. And then begin to kick the feet into the hands. Pull the chest forward and up away from the ground, Dhanurasana. Maybe you stay a little lower today. Maybe you pull forward and lift higher and go a little bigger into the back bend. Take another inhale. Lower slowly at your exhale. Release. Stretch the arms by the sides, legs back. Turn your head to the opposite side again. And then lift your head, place your hands by your sides. Very slowly, press up to hands and knees. And then walk your hands back so that the wrists are under the shoulders again. Do very subtle, slow cat and cow. It should feel really nice. Very slow, very slow. All right, coming back to neutral here. You're going to make your way to sit. So sitting on your mat or elevating your seat if you need something underneath the hips. Start with your legs stretched straight forward. Okay, have any props near you that you're going to need for the remainder of class to fold forward, blocks nearby if you want to press the hand into them. Bend your right knee, bring the foot towards you, hug the knee. Then lift the foot up and cross it over the left. Make sure you're able to seal the foot. It may be closer to you than for some or further for others. Make sure you can sit tall. You're not starting to hunch back. And if you're able to sit tall, maybe you're going to bend your left knee and bring that toward the outer hip. If it's forcing you to kind of turn to the side, then keep the leg extended. So either way, you're getting that right leg crossed over twist. Hold on to the knee, inhale, sit up tall, shoulders back. Take a moment here. When you're ready, float your left arm straight to the ceiling. Sit even taller. With your next exhale, begin to twist the right. Then one option is to simply cross the elbow over. If that was too difficult earlier, hold, hug the knee, and then place your right hand behind you. If it feels like it's difficult to reach the ground, it's forcing you to lean back, place a block or something underneath the hand that can prop you up. So if your bottom left leg is extended, keep the leg active, pressing forward. If the left heel is toward your hip, make sure that the hip stays down and anchored. It doesn't start to lift up. Take one more inhale on the side. And then as you exhale, unwind. And then send the left leg forward. Uncross, stretch the right leg forward, switch sides. Bend the left knee as you bring it towards you. Place it to the outside of that leg. And then maybe the split is staying here because it helps you to sit tall and anchor the hip. Or maybe you're going a little deeper and you're bringing that heel toward the outer hip and just making sure that you can still release the hip down. Hold the front knees, sit up tall, shoulders back. Feel the length of your spine. Keep that. You want to grow longer before you twist. Inhale, raise the right arm up, stretch it high. With your exhale, begin to turn to the left. So maybe hold the knee, left hand behind, maybe cross it over, and then continue to sit tall as you press that left hand to the ground behind you. So a little more length and space between the vertebrae with your inhales so that you can find yourself twisting a little further as you exhale. You can deepen it. You can go a little further with the breath. All right, one more inhale. And then exhale, unwind, face forward. Now, stay where you are. If you're seated like this, both knees bent, you're going to lean back a bit so that you can walk your feet further out and try to get your knees to stack. So you're going to come into Gomukhasana legs. If you're like, oh, that's just not going to happen because I'm way up here, then, and this goes for if you had that leg extended, you're going to sit cross-legged, Sukhasana with your left shin in front. So if the Gomukhasana is too much or you had this leg straight, then simply shift to the side, then that, move this forward, sit cross-legged. So I'm going to take a hip stretch. So either way, if this is getting your hips, great. If you're in Gomukhasana, try to keep, once again, both hips anchored. Try to get the knees pretty much on top of one another. Then take an inhale, sit up tall with your exhale. Begin to lean forward. Maybe walk your hands forward a bit. So if you're in the Sukhasana fold, just crawl your hands forward as far as you need to feel that you're stretching the outer hips. If you're in Gomukhasana, same thing, or if it feels good to extend the arms out to the sides and bow a little deeper, if that helps you get the stretch more, go for it. Just work what variation of your hip stretch is going to be best for you. And allow yourself to feel like you're starting to settle into these poses. So maybe a little bit of a longer hold now that we're slowing things down a bit. So we're going to be, not going to be officially doing inversions in class today. If you know that you really need one, and maybe you come out of this side of the hip stretch, take the other one briefly, and then make your way to a wall or invert on your mat. If you're not inverting, you're just going to stay longer on this side in your hip stretch. Right, so make your way slowly back upright. And then you're going to switch the crossing. So Sukhasana, obviously. Right shin is going to come in front. And you're going to sit up tall, Gomukhasana. You're going to really need to lean back and try to walk the legs further past one another. And then try to get the hips flush to the ground and the knees to stack. And then it's as if you're letting the feet push away from one another. The more you can get your shins almost in one parallel line, it's going to get a little further to the hips. If that's not possible, then the legs can be angled just a little further back. So take a seat, find a tall spine, inhale. When you're ready to go forward, take it slow so that you keep your long spine for as long as you can before you make your way folded over your legs. So either walking the hands forward a bit. For some, you may not need to go very far forward. You may be just a bit more upright and you're already doing the stretch. If you need to go deeper, walk your hands further forward or out to the sides. And then as you bow over your legs, find your deepest point. Once you're settled into there, see if you can just breathe and maybe not fidget so much. And then slowly make your way back upright to sit. Uncross your legs. Maybe just one brief forward fold before we come on to our back squash shavasana. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Inhale, raise the arms up high. As you exhale, really stretch all the way out as you reach forward before you fold in. Grab your feet, your ankles, your calves, a belt, a strap towel, and then bowing the head in, chin to chest. Stretch all the way across the back body, sending the heels forward so that you can get a nice stretch in the backs of the legs as well. As you inhale, slowly come back up to sit. And then take your time coming onto your back. Grab any props that you like to use for Shavasana. And then if you're already ready for it, go into your final rest. If you need perhaps a happy baby pose or some other last bit of movement, maybe you're twist junkie now, you want to take one last little gentle twist. Allow yourself to slow things down. Let the breath slow down. Let the movement slow down. Let the mind feel a little calmer in addition to the body and the breath. When you are ready, you allow yourself to really let go. Stretch your legs forward. Rest your back body back onto your mat once again. Close your eyes, soften everything, and rest in Shavasana. To reawaken, take your time, welcoming small movements back in. Maybe once more, stretch your arms back overhead. And then step your feet onto the mat. And then however you prefer to make your way to your side, shifting over, maybe curling up into a little ball if you like. And bring yourself back up to sit. Take your time to get there. You are upright and you found a comfortable seat. Draw the hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Notice how your body feels, how your mind feels. Then sitting a little taller, inhale, let your heart lift to your hands. With your exhale, simply bow your head toward your fingertips. And thank you all for joining me. Have a lovely evening. Namaste. Thanks a lot. Thanks for dealing with my technical difficulties. and I hope you guys have a great night. Take care.